Hey there everybody, Pop on Top here. Welcome back to some more Fallout 4 mods. In today's mod, we got a UI preset here. This is the Cold War style Def UI preset. So obviously you need the Def UI mod as a baseline for this. And then you download this one, which is the Cold War style. So this is Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War, to be like a big full long name, because Call of Duty's got long names. But obviously we have the Call of Duty style. So first and foremost, off rip, before we've done anything else with the UI, the compass is up top. So if I spin around here, you can see when a location is nearby, it's all up top, right? Everything about this UI is smaller than the default as well. So if I shoot my gun, you can see my ammo counter. It goes down there in a horizontal fashion, because like normally Fallout is obviously vertical. You have your ammo up here, like in your magazine, and then the how much spare rounds you have underneath. This switches it and puts it on either side, right? It starts with that off rip, and then if we go into VATS here, we can see a lot of the UI. Obviously, the VATS UI is not dramatically changed in the baseline part. Like if I'm aiming a target, I aim here, it's all fine. The targeting thing is smaller. Like so this is I'm shooting my damage measuring target, but whatever you're targeting, the font of that is smaller. But as you can see here, we get big things. Our HP is over there on the bottom left, and it is the same size of bar essentially, but it takes up way less of your screen. And then my AP is on the bottom right there. And then I have a crit meter. So if I take some shots here, you can see that crit meter at the bottom, very bottom right starts to fill up. But it's obviously small, right? It's now full, and it doesn't look like a very long bar. But I did pop my crit and everything. And then obviously you can see my HP for a second. And this stuff does disappear after a while. So my HP is no longer being used. My AP will fill up. That bar will disappear, right? So the layout here obviously has to be somewhat personal preference. I find it to be somewhat a little bit too cramped. I've been trying it out for a while, right? You may have seen this in previous videos that I'm making, because I've been trying this out for a while. But there's definitely things that seem cramped, right? Like just like fonts and stuff. So like obviously when you go to crafting stations, this is all pretty baseline Def UI stuff, right? Just like it is what it is, right? If I go into my inventory here, right, all this stuff is kind of big longer list, but nothing about this is Call of Duty-ified, I guess, right? It is just mostly the main HUD. Obviously, all this stuff applies to the third person as well. Same difference. It's not really any different. But if I was to like loot a container, which I have left one over here just so I can see this real quick, it feels like it is smaller. Obviously, that's a big chunk of it, and it's obviously placed like right there, where there's where they put it there on purpose. Okay, let's say like you're a little interacting, but it feels like compacted almost, right? Because the font I don't think has been adapted in any meaningful way to fit better in there. So what we've done is we took a box that's supposed to be like more square and made it more rectangular. So we've taken the height of this rectangle and squished it without really doing anything to the font. So it kind of looks smushed up to me. Obviously we have some other things we could check out with the UI rise. We're gonna have to go have some conversations with some people and stuff. We do have the little settlement over here that we could just head over to. And we could do some actual combat, but like I said, I've used this mod in previous videos and stuff as well, so you should have seen it, potentially previously as it is. But if we were to go have a conversation with somebody, right? Like, you can interact with the melon. You can see where that is. I actually think it's a convenient location. I just think it's a little too crunched for my personal preferences. It, like, bothers me. Like, it's like an OCD thing. But that's, like, a really good spot where it's not... Because, like, normally when you interact with something, it's really in your brain. I did want to mention, too, I didn't mention this yet. We have a dot crosshair, right? So that's a big part of this, too. Instead of having, the 4 lines, and then we have a dot. It might be even hard to see the dot. It's a very small dot, but you can aim at a dot. So, hello, Blake. Can I have a conversation with you? Are you being too needy with your fucking watermelons right now?
That's close enough, stranger.
Yeah, I haven't talked to him yet.
We're a peaceful farm. We don't want any trouble.
So, obviously, same thing here. I'm not gonna say please not not worth my time. I'm just passing through.
Neither do I.
Just waving my gun around. Oh, you better fucking be. No, I'm in any business.
We're armed here, so don't try anything.
But obviously,
Tell you, farming ain't easy.
the main thing I wanted to talk about this,
Farming's
I'm just
hard
gonna skip
work.
through the dialogue here, is that it looks the same. Like it's not affected in any meaningful way by this UI mod, right?
You could say that.
Good. How about you?
I'll
Yeah.
probably give it a try
But see,
someday,
as you
no?
see here, the options are the same. The way the layout is the same. The HUD has not been changed in that. It's
White
mostly
Bastards.
it's a combat
Last time
type of deal. And we're gonna get in some combat. We're gonna show that off, right? Like obviously Blake here lost his daughter, and you have to go get a locket. I'll go get you a locket at some point, okay? So obviously we see here where the quest showed up, right? Where the quest location shows up on your screen. So, and we have a marker up on the compass. I wanted to show this off. This is all like an aspect of what we got going on here. So which also feels this compass also feels compacted, right? It's like we took a larger rectangle and to make it smaller. Instead of making it less wide, we made it less tall. And it feels really compact, and it becomes it harder to distinguish between the individual icons here. Now, I do think there is a lot to like about this HUD. I do like the smaller AP bar. Like, I do like the smaller HP bar, right? Like, I don't need that shit taking up the whole bottom left-hand quarter of my screen and the whole bottom right-hand corner of my screen. This is very minimal on the bottom, right? There's some positives to this mod. I know I've been pointing out some negatives, some things that I like with the compacted fonts and so on and so forth, but there's definitely some positives to be had here, right? So I'm gonna go get some combat. We're gonna test it out live in some combat, just messing around with it a little bit, so you can kind of see how it goes when you do that. Because like I said, that's the main focus of the mod. I think that's the way the UI mostly applies. And I'll see you guys in just a second. All right, I just said fuck it, and I guess I'll go get the locket. This is combat, even though this is where I normally do my combat in arcade mode. So we see the location of a name of a place. We saw it up there. I don't know if you guys saw that, but it was in. Maybe it's like my webcam's like right in the corner of it too. But it's right to the left of the radar, so it's a little bit tough to like. You're gonna have to get used to the fact of seeing the things in different spots. Did I already clear this location? I just have to go get the locket. It's free. I was hoping there was some combat here. I apologize if there's not. You know, I didn't set this up that way. There definitely could be people in here, though. We'll see. Obviously, my ammo counter's out because I have my gun out. But if I put my gun away, the ammo counter goes away. We just keep a really basic HUD. Let's disarm that. And you see where the XP pops up, right? The XP pops up like kind of right in the middle of your screen, just like Score does in Call of Duty, right? Like, so I'm trying to show off multiple aspects of this. Like I said, combat is going to be the main way we can get through this in a way that is meaningful. There should be people over here in the bathroom. There should be a dog in the hallway. Like, I've done this location a bazillion times. Maybe there's no combat here, and I messed this up. No, there's definitely people here. So, I have a combination of mods. The dog just hasn't moved yet. So you can see that dog's HP shows up where it previously did. It feels too in the way. I know this is like Call of Duty, and I don't have to worry about the dog even biting me. You can see my HP down in the corner because I was getting hit, but not in any meaningful way. I got a football. That's a mod we'll cover later. We're gonna do the football things. I was just gonna quickly get from the gun real quick, but like to give you guys an idea of what we're dealing with here, right? Like, so like the HP bars being above the radar, like little compass. I don't know how that shot missed. Okay, but like the XP showing up right there where it does, it is different, and it's definitely Call of Duty applied. And I just think it was work well for a shooter because like if you're doing this first-person shooting stuff, most of the HUD elements have been moved directly out of your ability to see, right? So you could just easily shoot more and more effectively. That person got absolutely melted-fried. That's very unfortunate for you. But see, you can see when you're in the looting HUD here too, it's compacted, right? Like it feels wrong. The text looks wrong to me. That's my personal opinion. Maybe you guys have a different opinion. Obviously, I haven't showed off every different aspect of this mod. Obviously, you can see where the quests show up. We showed off how XP showed up. We showed where the radar is, the AP, how VATS works, right? All the things, conversations, main HUD aspects. Obviously, if you feel like I didn't cover something in this that you let me know, and I can improve it in the future when I covered other different UI mods, right? I can improve that here. But like, I think you guys get a good idea of what this mod looks like and what it does to your HUD, right? Like I said, I have a couple little issues with it, but I think it is overall cleaner, especially with the dot crosshair. Like, it is combat focused, and if you're really like a person who really focuses on, doing combat things when playing Fallout, this might just be the mod for you. Especially if you played Call of Duty already yourself, you might be more familiar with the HUD and kind of used to where things are placed. But I still think there's going to be an adjustment period. Can we shut up, iBot? Thanks. I hate that shit. Anyway, you guys let me know what you think in the comment section down below. Is the Cold War style Def UI preset something like the HUD that you want in your game, or what kind of HUD do you use? Maybe I can cover it in a mod, a future mod video. If you guys want to check out this mod for yourselves, make sure to check out the top link in the description. There'll be a link there to the Bethesda.net page or the Nexus mod page, or wherever you can find this mod for yourselves. If you guys have enjoyed the video, like the video. If you guys are new to my channel, make sure to subscribe, that we can check out more videos from me. And pretty much other than that, you guys have a good rest of your day, whatever it may be, and I will see you in the next episode.